children, they learn more through seeing than hearing. Like
Repeat
over
that.
80%.
Repeat that, Madam.
Over 80% of children's learning is through what they see and not what they hear.
They pick up what they see.
What they see.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Man can do.
There is that saying. Hi guys, welcome to Professor Beatrice Burugo Talk Show. Today I'm again privileged to have Madam Emily, who is a child protection officer. And in our last episode, we talked about child protection. Today we want to continue with the part 2 of the same, and we want to share about behaviors that children exhibit. Before I welcome Madam Emily, if you are new to this YouTube channel, kindly subscribe, like, and share the link with others. You can also turn on the notification button to get the new uploads of the next videos. Welcome. So, Madam Emily, from our last episode, we discussed about child protection. I remember her saying what is child protection. We even went ahead to find out how parents neglect their children. And we even went ahead to look at the special needs children. So today, I want us, you tell us about a child and the behavior of a child. We start from there. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Prof, for another opportunity to discuss the matters concerning child protection, and I appreciate this another opportunity. Today I have come with a gift, but this is how I would first explain a child to be, or it represents a child. In this beautiful box packaged here, there is something inside, but no one can tell what is inside until the box is opened.
Sure.
And this is how I visualize children. Even biblically, the Bible says they are a gift from God. And therefore, I wanted to explain that when a mother is carrying a child, you do not know the kind of the child that you are carrying for 9 good months. Whether male, whether female, whether with his special needs or without his special needs.
Yes.
And therefore, from this perspective, it is important for us to appreciate the gift that we are given. Because when I present this to you, Prof,
Yes.
you will accept it without knowing the value
Yes.
or the type of the gift that I have put inside. And
Actually, you can't tell what is inside this precious gift box. It looks lovely, but you don't know what is inside.
yeah. So when God gives you a child, you do not know the type of child until when that child is born.
Yes.
And therefore, I would want to encourage all parents, all caregivers, to embrace the gift that God gives us.
Sure.
And in relation to our topic today, when we want to look at the different behaviors, Prof, you know, there are behaviors that we see,
Yes.
which we call extrinsic behaviors, and there are other behaviors that we call intrinsic.
Wow.
And behavior is basically how someone acts or how a child reacts over something. And therefore, it is important we learn this to understand why do our children behave the way they behave? Why do they respond to different situations and the different issues the way they respond to them, which is definitely different from a way another child would respond to the same.
Powerful.
Yes.
I like this. This is child psychology. So you have talked about external behaviors.
Yes.
Which are some of these external behaviors you're talking about in children?
External behaviors is like when a child is angry and cries. Some respond to anger through maybe throwing the tantrums all over. Others may cry and hide their pain inside, something that a child can exhibit openly. Other children behave by even destroying the items in the house. You see, hitting themselves against the wall.
When they are annoyed.
Yes.
Others fight.
Others can
they
fight.
They like also quarreling.
Yes, precisely.
Something that you can see.
Or even project to other children.
Okay.
And because these children are not able at times, and most times, to hit back or to respond back to the adults.
Yes.
When we annoy them, they project it to other children. They become bully. They become aggressive by fighting other children out there.
Yes.
Yeah, those are some of the external behaviors that we can physically see.
Then if I got you very well, there is also both intrinsic ones. Yeah, what are these intrinsic behaviors?
These are some of the behaviors that children are not able to express openly. And to the shocking side of it, these are mostly the types of behaviors that are leading to suicide, even to our teenagers, Prof.
So you mean even children, they can become depressed?
Precisely.
Children become stressed.
Exactly. Children are just like adults. I say they are like adults, only that they are in small bodies. They feel the way we feel. They love what is good. They hate what is bad. They feel bad when there is pain inflicted to them. And therefore these intrinsic behaviors are expressed inwardly by children that are not able to express themselves.
Yes.
And when that kind of behavior continues, where a child cannot tell you, Mommy, I don't like the way you've done it for me today. Teacher, I don't like the way things are happening around my life. And they keep it inside themselves. It becomes toxic.
Yes.
And with the time, it grows and manifests into something very bad. It becomes first like a suicidal thought, or even children running away from their homes, children burning their houses. These are the things that we must have watched from our media. It doesn't happen overnight. There is no single child that can wake up and decide, today I'm burning our home, or today I'm just hanging myself on the roof. It is something that builds over and over with the time.
Yes. So to the parents, to the modern parents, what advice would you give them in being able to identify some of these behaviors in children, and what should they do? Because some parents, I want to believe, they may not think that a child of 3 years, a child of 5 years may be stressed, maybe out of a small thing like a toy. You deny them a toy, they become annoyed and they don't talk it out, they don't show it. And so the child is so munde, so sad, and just keeps quiet. What advice would you tell such parents who may not understand? Because they may label these children as, this is a rebellious one, this is a rude one, you are like your father. So what advice would you give them, Madam Emily?
Thank you, Prof. We want to advise the caregivers and our parents across the globe. As I emphasized the other time, that we need to have time with our children. It is important also we remind ourselves that children are born with a blank mind, the way psychologists say, and whatever is written in their mind, that is what sticks in it. And therefore, I want to talk of the socialization process on how we bring about our children, or how we bring up our children. To the parents, it is also important to note that children, they learn more through seeing than hearing. Like repeat over that. 80%.
Repeat that, Madam.
Over 80% of children's learning is through what they see and not what they hear. What do I mean? If there are fights at the home, if there are rude talks in the home, if there are fights of the father fighting the mother, or there is this bullying happening around the home, that is what children pick up.
They pick up what they see.
What they see.
Manke see, manke do.
Manke do.
So powerful. I think we are getting somewhere. That we really need to be careful with what our children watch. including the media, the electronic media.
Yes.
When you leave your child a whole day watching a cartoon or watching TV programs, you really need to monitor.
Precisely.
That's the advice you're telling the parents.
Precisely.
Or the caregivers.
Yes.
To really know what is it that the child is taking time and is interested in.
Yes.
Thank you. That is powerful.
And also to end on that, Prof. You see, we have I call them windows: the eyes, the ears, the part that we have to put information in us. It is important at the family level, even when things could be working wrongly.
Yeah.
Let no dramas be done in front of the children.
Sure.
Let there be no negative verbal exchanges in front of the children.
Yeah.
Parents can be are encouraged to deal with their matters privately, so that children are not exposed to toxic. And in the future, as a psychologist, Prof, you know, these are the behaviors they exhibit in the future, even in their own families and in their own marriages. In school, at the school level, that's why a child believes teachers mostly more than anybody else, because teachers most of the time they demonstrate things what they do. So what we are saying is that children's behavior is not just by chance. It is being influenced by something most probably that they have seen being done or they have been exposed to.
Yes.
And therefore it is very important we expose our children to the right materials, as you have put it.
Yes.
Even in media, it is important to expose our children to the right things that will build up their minds positively, so that we can build adults who are responsible and who are able to be equipped in life, even to face the life challenges.
That's awesome. You have heard from the horse's mouth about children and that they see a lot and listen less. So basically, you need to expose them to things that are right.
Yes.
So they see the right things, they do the right things.
Sure.
That is powerful, Madam Emily. Now, what really influences the behavior of such children? Maybe at the family level. We can start at the family level. What influences their behavior? Because you've talked about what they see is what they do, and generally everything that goes on around the home.
Yeah, what influences their behavior at the family level is basically, as I've said, what the activities and the things that happen around the home.
The homes,
And if we have the parents that you talked about the other day, the laissez-faire kind of parents who just leave their children unattended, they don't care what they watch, they don't care whom they are talking to. Those children are likely to exhibit behaviors, and then as parents, at times we do wrong by going to defend our children even at the school level, because we've not walked a journey of life with them. We do not understand what they are being exposed to. I think parenting is not for lazy people. Parenting is intentional. We have to be very intentional with what our children are being exposed to, even at the school level, at household level, monitoring them closely, and of course giving them freedom. You see, we encourage children to express themselves even in the household. You are not the one who is determining what they will eat from Monday to Monday. Just ask them one day, what would you like to take today? If it's not within your budget, tell them, okay, today we cannot afford this meal, but we'll do it another day. Don't just pick clothes from them and then bring it home. Go with them and allow them make choices. I want to emphasize that children have brains. Children think, Prof. Children reason out, and most times they have even solutions to the things that concern them and their only problems.
It is true.
If you dare ask a child even 3, 4, 5 years old, when they face you with a challenge, because at times we rubbish them because we find their challenges are too small, that they should have resolved it. But if you engage them, okay, thank you for that. What do you think we could do? Believe it, they will come up with a solution.
You are right.
Yes.
I love that. Now, when I'm interacting with children, at times, there is a child one time I was brought, and this child was very, very much annoyed. And she was saying that the mother, because she ate some sugar, and the mother was not happy that mom said nitakuua, I will kill you. That's the language the mother used. This child became fearful, developed some kind of panic, and so disappeared from the home a bit. And now she is brought after she develops that kind of fear, and we interacted, and as a counselor in psychology, in child psychology, you engage them in art therapy.
Yes.
Art therapy tells you a lot. Yeah. I agree with you what you are saying. Yeah. So I tell her to draw a picture of the family members. And this child drew, surprisingly, Madam Emily, drew the picture of dad, which is okay. You could see this is her father. Yes. This is the picture of the mother, and she drew a dog. And then she drew a picture of herself, and also the picture of the brother. And then she was a guy. Yeah. And then I asked her from this picture, who is this? I thought it is their animal, and maybe a dog or any other domestic animal. And the child says, this is dad, this is my brother, this is me, and this is mom. I asked the child, and this is who? This is mom. Why? Why is mom drawn like a dog? Because mom calls me a dog.
Oh my God.
Are you getting
no,
it?
So
I believe what you are saying. That whatever sense we give to our children, the way they see us, the way they define us as their mothers, their fathers, whatever age, we didn't need to be very careful what we put in them. You put garbage in them, yes, the garbage comes out. Yeah. And what I have loved is that they also think, they also make choices, yes, and they also have the right to what they want. Sure. But now you have also told us that as parents, as caregivers, we should be honest with them that not every other time you want a toy, that I will provide it. Sure. You tell them today we don't have money. Yes. You have to wait, and therefore you are putting on the values of inculcating the value of patience. Yes. In this child.
Very true.
That is wonderful. Now there is this issue now at the family level. I want you to tell the parent, the modern technology at home. What is your take on that?
The use of the mobile phones.
Yes, mobile
the
phones.
Exposure to the internet.
Yes.
This one is can I call it a blessing in disguise, because there are so many things that we can learn positively from the technology. But if it's not controlled and monitored, yes, there is so many negatives equally that our children can tap from. And you heard our story of the boy who shot somebody, and he said he learned how to shoot from the internet. So we want to encourage our parents who especially have provided their children with these gadgets to be monitoring them what they are watching. Yeah. Because many are the times that they would want to hide even in their bedrooms and watch things that are destroying their small minds, things that are making them unruly. And because if you're not careful to follow on what they are doing, that will be the first parent to defend your child at school. When you're called upon to be told your child is abusing drugs, your girl is expectant, and you say, no, that's not my girl. So instead of being defensive, I would encourage all parents to be observing their children when they are exposed to this technology. And I would want to say from my personal experience, one of my daughters, she sings over 50 gospel songs, all learned, not at Sunday school, but though we have taught many songs in Sunday school, she has learned them through the phone. I just type Christian children songs and she sings them and recites them, and now she gave them confidence. We can use the same technology to build our children positively. Look at Mr. Ehon, the guy who was doing the javelin. He never attended in Mbonde's class. He learned through the YouTube. So we can nurture their parents using the same technology. And if you are not careful, our parents, we can destroy the same children using the very same technology. So it is important to be observant of that and to monitor and to guide them in a friendly manner and explaining to them why they should not do certain things.